Don't you think you're taking things a little personally? Let's just go about our own business.
I knew I shouldn't have let her go in. Idiot. The Thieves Guild sent you. Wouldn't go any deeper if I were you. Darkness crawls along the walls of Etanir. Only thing you'll find here is an ugly death. That, and the corpse of my former apprentice, most likely. No idea. Erothal asked to take the lead, and I obligingly took a nap. Didn't think it would be any trouble, even for a lackwit like her. Sneak past some cultists, grab the tokens, get out clean. Easy. But now, the place is swarming with Daedra. Well, she's certainly missing, and I'm not risking my scaly hide going in to find her. You look scrappy enough. If you can grab those tokens and what's left of my apprentice, I'll make it worth your while. What do you say? I suppose I could answer some questions, long as they're quick. I don't suspect Erothal will make it out alive, but there's no use prolonging the news. What? Are you the kind of sap who sheds a tear for every idiot lost on a job? Huh? If you were so worried, what are you standing around here for? Go in and find her. Maybe she's still alive. Most likely not, but there's still a chance. Not by choice. The guild shoved her in my lap and told me to start training. So far, all she's been good for is buzzing in my ear like some kind of meerkat. Besides, I'm paying you to look for her, aren't I? Good enough. No idea. A cult of Meridia doesn't usually make a big splash, but here in Somerset, well, they don't look kindly on Daedric cults, even the nice ones. Not surprised someone wanted them gone. Well, no matter to me, long as I get those tokens. Not entirely sure, truth be told. All I know is they're worth something to someone. Why that is, well, it's not my job to ask questions, long as I get paid.
Is someone out there? Help me out of this thing!
Finally free! Oh, sorry. No time to chat. I have to get back to Seeks. He must be worried sick.
I see that Errolthal made it back in one piece. Thank the Hist. The guild might have docked my pay if she wound up dead. More importantly, did you find the tokens of Boridia in there? Good. I'll get these tokens back to the Thieves Guild. Honestly, this is one of the smoother operations I've been a part of. Sad as that is. Maybe one day we'll do another job together. Not likely, but maybe. I see that. Good.
Can we get moving now? I'm just itching to get to our next assignment.
The itching's probably just a symptom of the venom. Next, your flesh will start to rot off. Seen it happen 1,000,000 times.
Seeks, you're hilarious! I just can't get enough of your jokes. My skin's going to rot off. Oh, what will you come up with next?
It was a close call with this mess. Lucky for me you showed up. Errolthal should be fine. I'll give her a bit to recover. Then we'll make our way to a healer nearby. I know an elf who can keep quiet about these matters for the right price. Suppose so. What have I got to lose? Besides her again, I guess. At least the lass is enthusiastic about the work. Always prattling on about becoming a great thief. Who knows? She might surprise me. Most likely not. But maybe.
A traveler. Don't see many wanderers out here near the Acropolis. Best give it a wide berth. There's a curse on this place. I didn't believe it at first, but once you hear that ghostly shriek, it'll make you a believer. Trust me. Ah, I see it. That look in your eye. You mean to go in there and break the curse of the Dureni Acropolis, don't you? Ah, you newcomers are an ambitious lot, I'll give you that. There's a ghost in there called Lauriel. She's the root of it. Some folks say she was an innocent girl, buried alive by an evil sister. Others say she was a necromancer, put to the sword. Who knows? If you manage to run her off, you'll be doing all of Somerset a favor. Just don't expect us to go in after you. So, you're really going to look into this, yes? Ifra's bones if you adventurers aren't a peculiar bunch. I've got no orders to keep you out. Not many grave robbers dumb enough to loot this place. No offense. Anyway, it's been nice knowing you. I often ask myself the same question. Should have followed my mother's advice and learned a trade. Cobbling, maybe. I would have been a fine cobbler. I digress. The divine prosecution sent us out here to make sure none of the ghosts wander off. Honestly, I have no idea. So far, we haven't seen any skeletons or ghoulies straying beyond the walls. But anything's possible, I guess. Just know that we'll be here, cheering you on from a safe distance. You are yanking my ear, right? Everyone knows the Dureni. They're one of the oldest, most powerful clans in Aldmeric history. They founded the Dureni hegemony in High Rock back in the First Era. Not many Dureni left, but their influence remains. Good question. Mara knows I'd never settle in that man-infested sty. I don't know how you manage. Honestly, I really couldn't say why the Dureni left. Some think it was destiny, that the Dureni were fated to rule over the Isle of Balfiera. Indeed. It's an ancient, weather-worn island in Iliac Bay. I've never been myself, but they say the Great Dureni Tower is so tall you could see it from the shores of Glenumbra. The Dureni keep to themselves now. I doubt they'll ever come back. What, cursed? For as long as anyone can remember. But the latest unpleasantness started a few months ago. It used to be that you'd just hear ghostly weeping every now and then. You'd feel chills, smell rotten eggs, that sort of thing. Now the place is packed with undead beasts and vengeful spirits. Can't set foot in there without some ghostly hand grabbing your ankles or some such nonsense. Ugh, gives me the creeps.
The seal, the key. Take them. We must keep her locked away. Do not let her escape.
Keeper? No. No, an intruder. Did you not hear the shrieks? The groaning admonitions? This is a cruel and sour place, outsider. Your beating heart mocks the dead. Who am I? I was called Lauriel, but in truth I am sorrow given voice. Agony given form. A prisoner confined to this cold, dead Acropolis for all time. You were brave to come here, but are you brave enough to seek the truth of this place? I haven't the heart to speak it aloud. I can only bear the pain through song. Even now, all these long centuries later, the taste of betrayal still fills my mouth. My soul is bound to the catacombs, sealed away in a vault of stone deep below. You carried the Keeper's golden seal. There is another, a crimson seal. It is close. I sense its presence, like a whispered accusation. Follow my voice. Find the crimson seal and place it here beside its golden brother. They will clear the path. My jailers, sons and daughters of the Direni, sworn to keep me imprisoned here. I no longer sense their presence. That gives me some small relief at least. Did you not hear me? The sorrow robs me of my breath. I can only bear to tell you in song. I am sorry. Hear ye my tale of sisters two, bound by love and joy. The elder set sail, but the younger remained, alone with her tomes and her heartache. At length the caller came to the gates of the Direni, a fellow traveler on sorrow's road, with dark wisdom on his lips.
Behold, the Crimson Keeper! Keep to the oath, Seal-bearer! Do not believe her lies! She is not what she seems! Don't listen. Her words are poison.
heart is twisted. She deserves this fate. All her heart's doors closed and locked, the sister's power grew. Her gold eyes fixed on graves and tombs, the necromancer's muse. At length the eldest did return, flush with arcane might. She found her sisters, undead thralls, and wept long at the sight. Knowing death could not contain her sister's newfound power, the eldest and her dear any kin buried me alive, here screaming into the black.
You are no keeper. Don't you see what she has done?
Look at what her power wrought. Lock her away!
You found me. At last. Do you see what they did to me? What they are all still doing? Is a young girl's curiosity worthy of this torment? I only wish to pass on, to be free of this place. Please, help me. You see my prison now. This circle of braziers. The Keepers would have you relight these fires to whip me back into silence. But I beg you, take up the Keeper's flame and burn my corpse. Without my body, the Dureni's cruel magics cannot bind me. The Keepers marked my body with runes of restraint before they locked me in the tomb. After I expired, my soul tried to escape. But even now, centuries later, I am tethered to that husk. If you burn away my body, you also burn these runes. Would you ask a caged meadowlark what it would do? It would fly free, feel the sun on its wings, and sing its forgotten songs. It would find the joy that it had long been denied. Revenge upon whom? The elves that locked me away are long dead. Dead and gone. Only their tombs remain. Their tombs and their descendants. I would return to that coffin. I would go back to screaming in silent horror. gazing up at the ancient scratches on the coffin lid where I tore my fingernails to pieces trying to get out. Forever. Or until some other kind soul burned my corpse prison. You followed me and listened to my tale. I know you will do what is right. It's as I said in my song. My sister and I were inseparable. Different sides of a single coin, my uncle used to say. Eventually, she set out to study with the Magisters on the Isle of Balfiera. I was left here, alone. I struggled with my craft, falling further and further behind. Eventually, I found a mentor. A black-clad sorcerer who taught me the dark arts. Necromancy. I took to it like a sparrow to the wind. Eventually, my power rivaled that of my sister. Yes. She found my mentor and I weaving spells over the corpses of our ancestors. She struck my mentor dead with a killing word, then wrapped me in searing chains. My sister wept when our kin rendered the sentence, that I would be buried alive. No, she carried out the sentence herself. Her face was the last thing I saw before they closed the lid. The Dureni feared what I would become if they executed me outright. So they constructed this arcane prison, this torture chamber. She did what she was expected to do. I have nothing more to say. We arrive at the moment of choice. Please, use the Keeper's flame on my remains and set me free. No! Why would you? I trusted you. You're just like them! Just like my family! Curse you! I won't go back! I won't! I'll kill you all! I strongly suggest that you purchase some supplies. You will need them before long. Trust me.
Ah, you're back. Sorry if I seem surprised. Honestly, I wrote you off as dead the minute you walked through those gates. No offense. Brought something for me, eh? A key with the Durrani seal. What exactly did you find in there? Well, thank goodness for that. I did notice the sky cleared up a bit. Maybe I'll finally be able to go home. I'll take that key off your hands if you'll part with it. The Justicia would find a use for it, no doubt. We have a deal?
Did you hear that?
It sounded angry and hurt.
I hope I never have to go in there.
Likewise. The fog may have cleared out, but this place still gives me the creeps.
Got nothing else for you, mate. I'd point you in the direction of some other haunted tomb, but mercifully I don't know any others. I hope to keep it that way. Nothing is certain until it happens.
Perhaps it's a Daedra. One of the Nebarar could have
Keep your
summoned
guard
it.
up. We may not be so lucky if more of these creatures attack.
Didn't those idiots ever learn how to run properly? Whoa, hey! What are you doing in this neck of the woods? Not that you don't have a right to be here, that is. It's just, well, a griffin nesting ground doesn't tend to be the best place for a stroll. Me? Why, I just got a little lost, is all. I would have left already if not for my friends. We were separated, you see, running away from those damn beasts. I'm not much of a fighter, so I'm just hoping they'll make their way out. Really? I have to warn you, The griffins in there are quite nasty. They do anything to protect their nests from invaders. But if you're willing, I'd be mighty grateful. Even pay you for your efforts. If you find my companions, let them know to meet me by the Way Shrine, right down the road. And don't worry, I won't run off before you get your reward. We were on our way to Cloudrest, but must have made a wrong turn. Somehow we ended up within this nesting ground. Of all the luck. As soon as we realized where we were, a whole flight of griffins came rampaging towards us. I barely escaped. The way I see it, they're either dead or hiding. If they're dead, make sure to search their pockets, all right? I'd at least want something to bring back to their families.
I haven't run that hard in a long time. That root-ass best still be by the road. She owes me for this.
I can't believe I was nearly pecked to death. Nothing is worth this sort of trauma. Oh, I'll go back to Mirinel, all right, and give her a piece of my mind. This was all her idea in the first place.
Ifra be praised. I can't believe you were able to pull that off. You're something else. And don't worry, Gwinalis told me about Aralim. It's a damn shame he had to die, but at least my other companions are safe. You did? Well, I'll be taking that. Wouldn't want it to go to waste, after all. Thanks again for all you've done. These two would have never been able to make it out, if not for you. This reward isn't much, but it's the best I can do. Ifra be praised. We'll head to Cloudrest. soon as my companions have time to rest. I think we've got our bearings now. What? I mean... Oh, all right. After all, you did save these drag heels. We actually came here to collect some griffin eggs. I thought we could just sneak in and out, but the damn creatures must have caught wind of us. Someone hired us to grab some is all. Not sure why. Griffins aren't easy to come by, though, outside of Somerset. Perhaps our buyer plans to sell the eggs somewhere off the island, a venture that is not, far as I know, entirely legal. Of course. It's always a good practice to keep such transactions under wraps. For all I know, you'd have run off and told the divine prosecution. I wouldn't go tattling now, though. After all, you were the one who handed me the egg.
I really need to start exercising more. Though, you would think someone in my line of work would be used to running by now.
This is the last time I try to pull off one of Mirinel's harebrained schemes.
Never know when one of those geysers will spring up. Better make sure you're prepared.
So, standing around is a crime in Somerset?
Yes, we even have a word for it. Loitering. I suggest you learn it. I have this under control. Please keep moving. Not that it's your concern, but the Argonian has been found guilty of loitering. She can either pay her fine for disrupting the natural harmony, or spend the night in jail. It's not really a choice by the look of her. If she'll move on without a fuss, the Kin Lords will be happy. If the Kin Lords are happy, I'll be happy. Very well. You are free to go. Just do not give me cause to regret this decision.